welcome to another review, and this time I've got Captain Shrederator. So, this is also one of the first full buy spinners I built that worked properly, but this is the second one. Now, Shrederator is not as accurate as Gigabyte. In fact, it's probably farther off than any other full buy spinner that's not custom. So, the thing about this, though, is that if it gets flipped, it can't win. No matter what, it's done. Unless it gets flipped back over. But it also has the most hit points on it, as you can see right here with all those spikes on, basically. Those hit really hard, and it does a lot of damage because of that. I guess I could actually do not reversible spinner, but counterclockwise spin. But I like it clockwise. It just looks better, it spins faster, and it's probably the better version of it. Now, this is definitely one of the better and more mysterious style bots I've built because it's really low to the ground. I mean, if it hits something, it can just dig into the ground and actually spin itself into a wall. So it's somewhat accurate. But it really can't do much if it hits the ground normally. It just stops. Although it does stand still pretty well. Now, it's this, less part bot. This is the smallest piece I've built for a bot. And this is all the shell is. It's barely lighter than Gigabyte. But it's just light enough to give Gigabyte the heaviest shell, heaviest weapon. And Gigabyte actually normally will perform better than Captain Shrederator, except for Season 2, which I'm still trying to figure that out. Since Shrederator's wings can actually be caught, and it can actually get flipped if it has a big enough hit. So just keep that in mind that Shrederator may not always do the best against a vertical spinner, but if it hits enough and it just wears down the vertical spinner, it'll win. Now, Season 1, its journey was cut very short against Duck, where it pretty much self-exploded. That's because I didn't have these parts on the bottom holding it together, so it was very weak. Now, some parts will fall off like that, but it won't, just self-destruct anymore. Now it's probably the stronger of the shells, and I really wonder what's going to happen. And by the way, when I do a Halloween special, I might put Shrederator in. I know it's not a Halloween bot, but I feel like it would do really good. I might not. Oh well. And yes, there will be a Halloween special coming soon, hopefully. Comment what bots you think should be in it. So, this is definitely one of the better full-buy spinners. I think this is one of the, this is like the third best, I think. As Storm Chaser does worse than Captain Shrederator, but it's the best full-buy spinner from Season 2, which, just think about that for a minute. This is the best full-buy spinner in Season 2, and it should have been Gigabyte or Torpedo. I mean, Torpedo was the reigning champ at that time. It was something to see it lose in its qualifying match, and then it lose to Witch Doctor in the first round. That was, wow. So, and then Hydra came in, nobody stopped it, and won championship. Titan almost won, though. So, Shrederator does serious damage to bots. It's known for ripping other bots apart very quickly, but it's also got its huge flaws. If it hits a nice sloped wedge, say my hand's the wedge, and these start catching it, it'll start getting under and eventually just flip it straight over. Dude, I mean, it's really accurate, I guess, to Shrederator, but it doesn't fail like the real-life Shrederator. If anything, the Lego version's better than the real-life one. That's not a good sign. As Shrederator's drive problems just catch up with it almost every battle when it hits the wall, which, if they could fix that, I'd love to see Shrederator work how it should in real-life Battlebots. But that's really all I have to say about the Shrederator. It has won almost nothing, except for a few battles in Season 2. So, let's see how it does Season 3 when I make those videos and start that tournament. But until then, see you next time.